Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions in midlife crisis. Today we have a general question, so we don't need to go over any of the data of the questioner because this is general. It's a question everybody might ask or wonder at some point. So the question is, what's the deal with them taking so many trips with the alienator? Is it part of the escape and avoid, or is it a delusion? I just don't get it. Well, think about what trips mean and think about the freedom you have on vacations. Not just the memories, but think about all the freedoms. When were you perhaps more likely to take trips? You're more likely to take trips maybe when you're retired or when you're right out of school, high school or college. Maybe you go on trips then. When you aren't tied down, so you don't have kids yet. I know Chuck and I went camping every weekend sometimes. And we were always out for weekend trips, even if it was just for weekends. The MLCer has been having a fantasy about their freedom and when they're going to get out. And part of freedom is going out on trips. The alienator, now this is a limerent affair. There's the other aspect of this is when you have a limerent affair, you are so excited and enthusiastic to first spend time with that person. Sorry. But also, you have a tunnel vision. The only thing you care about is being with that person, so you will sacrifice your job for that. You aren't going to be as functional at work. You're going to ask to take more trips, perhaps. You're not doing well because all your focus is on them. Because the question wasn't why do they take so many trips, it's why do they take so many trips with the alienator. They've been fantasizing about this freedom for so long. And for some of them, that could be 6 months. For some of them, it could be a few years. For some of them, it's only a few weeks. I know so long doesn't really have a big meaning. It's relative. But it is their fantasy, and they're obsessed with some of that fantasy. Now, what about the memory aspect, the nostalgia aspect? A big question I had, and that others have, is why do they keep taking them to our special places? Now, you might feel that's hurtful. It's being disrespectful. The alienator might realize this is a special place and be trying to take over that place and replace the memories with them and rewrite over them. The MLCer could be doing that, or maybe it's a place they like. Sometimes the simplest answer is the answer. Chuck kept taking the alienator to Leavenworth. Leavenworth was our place. That was, I think, our first weekend getaway together. And for those of you who don't know, Leavenworth is not, I'm not talking about the state or the federal prison in Kansas. I'm talking about a little Bavarian town in the middle of Washington. And we moved over here. We're not in Leavenworth, that's a more expensive area, but we're not far from Leavenworth now. We got married in the gazebo in downtown. They have little art in the park every weekend or afternoon during the summertime, festivals all the time. And he was taking her there. Why? And I asked him, and I was just asking out of curiosity. And I said, well, I like it. Why wouldn't I take her there? I mean, it's a place I like. And understand the answer is just that simple sometimes. It's not that it's not, doesn't have meaning. But why not? Why would they avoid going to a place they like? And so sometimes the vacations are to places that were special to you. Not just they went to Hawaii and you've been. We all go, right? But they went and they stayed on the same island, in the same resort town area, at the same resort. And if they couldn't get that, they were close and they'd wanted that one. They want the same experiences. Sometimes that is an alienator who's found out and is trying to overwrite. But sometimes it's very simple. I liked that place. It was really special. We had a good time there. And so I wanted to have a good time. But why in general do they take so many vacations is it's the freedom thing. They now feel it's my time. All of the other script reasons you see with midlife crisis fit someone taking a vacation over and over and over, regular vacations. I hope that answers your question. And if anybody else has any other ideas, let us know. Why do MLCers take so many vacations? And I'll see everybody else in the next question.